Aloha, my name is Marcel Honoré. I'm a reporter with the Star-Advertiser, and I cover transportation issues for the paper. Where I can, I like to use my bike to try and get around the city. There's a new study out that actually ranks Hawaii as a state 43rd in the nation for being bike-friendly. That's by the League of American Bicyclists based in Washington, D.C. And Hawaii actually ranked 40th last year, and in 2008 it actually ranked 14th. So it is steadily slipping towards the bottom of the nation as far as being a bike-friendly state. Honolulu as a city typically gets better grades by that organization, but as a lot of you might know, this city still has a long ways to go as far as being bike-friendly. They did just put in a new cycle track along King Street, which has been met with enthusiasm by a lot of bikers, but it's still a little controversial with drivers, and it still has some visibility issues and some other general safety issues that they're trying to work out. I'm going to head over there today and just see how good the conditions are and how safe it is. So why don't you guys come over and join me on my ride.
You can see right here, city crews have just started putting down the new lanes to make the cycle track bi-directional. Will they or won't they? That's always the question when you're going down the cycle track. Whether the car is going to pull out, whether it's going to stop and yield to you. This is kind of a dodgy section right here. You've always got to watch out for the cars turning left on Kalakaua and Punahou. I've learned from experience. I've had a car actually stop in the middle of Punahou for no apparent reason and basically bust me up in the middle of the cycle track. True story. King Street represents the first cycle track. City transit officials say that they'd like to put in several cycle tracks going in the other direction, creating some sort of spur. And they'd like to do that by the end of this year, but the plans are still in development. They hope by doing that, they'll get more riders. Now here's a lane with what they call sharrows. Sharrows are these little icons on the road with the bike. It basically means share the road. Now climbing up Waialae Avenue. Waialae is a street that's seen some pretty decent improvements for cyclists in the last several months or so. Getting these bike lanes. The tricky thing about Waialae is even with the upgrades, it goes from lane to sharrows to lane to sharrows, so you really have to watch out. All right, so here I have a FedEx truck that is very considerately inside the bike lane. So I'm gonna be careful and go around him. Oh, but first I'm gonna wait for this lady. Come on, there you go. Make sure you're the last target standing. Thank you, sir, thank you very much. So we're back on the cycle track. As you can see, they've started to put down some of the directions heading Westbound on the cycle track. They're still working on that. Technically, you're not supposed to do what I'm doing, which is going in this direction, but the city has kind of unofficially looked the other way in advance of the cycle track going bi-directional to try and encourage people to use it. They realize that eventually it's supposed to be bi-directional, so they don't really enforce it only going one way, diamond head. And it's actually supposed to open in both directions really by the end of this month, any day now. That's according to the city. Oh, hello. Hi there, sir. Now going this way, it's a little better in that the cars that are turning off of King and turning Mauka, they can actually see you. They usually see you coming. Some of them don't, which can be a little freaky, but most of them do. And you can see here they've got these stoplights that are set up for the cyclists that are actually going to tell cyclists traveling Westbound when to stop. Right now you just kind of got to know if you're going semi-illegally in this direction.
So that was a good ride through town all the way up to Kaimuki and back. As you can see, you know, cycling, you just have to be careful. You just have to be really aware. Hopefully I wasn't too crazy. Hopefully I didn't break too many laws or too many regulations. I always try and cycle safe and what's safe and comfortable for me. And you know, you just don't have to be super scared of it. You should be cautious and always cycle cautiously. But you know, it's doable in Honolulu. So obviously the state has a lot of catching up to do. But for now, Honolulu, it's getting there bit by bit.